Oh, good morning, everyone. Didn't see you there. My name is Alex Dubler, and I hope everyone's having a good morning. I for sure did, because I woke up at 8 in the morning figuring out if I wanted to do the speech or not. But I'm already here, so let's get right to it. Let me ask you, how many guys have you written an essay? Pretty hard, right? Like, I'd be sitting there just staring at a blank page for hours, just trying to figure out what to write. But soon enough, it's a lot easier than you think it is. If you do the correct research, if you just trust yourself, you could do this. So let me start out with freshman year. First time in college, figuring out how life works, staying on time to everything, gym obviously. Like 8 a.m. mornings, man, I really don't want to stand here saying the speech, obviously. But I'm here now. Let's see. Let me start out with what my speech is about. So, my speech is about my sophomore year of high school, at least in English class. We'll correlate those other classes later, because this is how analyzing, writing, and adding other work could contribute to analyzing essays in different classes. Let me start out with Project 1. Project 1 was about finding 4 stakeholders and trying to figure out if they agreed with each other, disagreed with each other. It was interesting. Mine was about football. Some of them was about the IRS, which is pretty hard stuff. So writing an essay and speaking from within is really one of the best ways you could analyze an essay. So a major instance when writing an essay, you just sit there, you're like sitting there trying to figure out what exactly to type. But for that, we do research. We use the English language, we use resources, we use citations, we use 2,000 words, which is a lot of time. But here are some things that helped me out in this first essay. What I did was I looked up resources I used the OU library. I was able to turn in my work on time. I was able to do that project like this. Then came the second project. That was even easier because it was only 750 words. Now, the first project had us analyzing and exactly what the stakeholders were arguing about. Either arguing or disagreeing or whatever's going on. Because when we have people, we can't just choose one singular person. We need to choose like a business, a corporation, to be able to make sure that our stakeholder is resourceful. And we can put that information in and try to figure an unresolved question. Why is that happening? Now, Project 2 was kind of a little easier. It was 750 words, which is a lot easier. But we had to find information to try and not to persuade them in this project. We had to analyze and find things for Project 3 that we could persuade. So in Project 2, what I did was found a stakeholder. For example, let's bring up my stakeholder, Brent Venables, for example. Basically what I had to do was talk about NIL, and I had to create this essay that I am able to, for example, talk about without trying to persuade him, just use the facts and use it for Project 3, which in Project 3 we'll get to when persuading. So Project 2 took me, about 2 days, roughly. I didn't have to use any AI generated sources. It was easy. Now, getting to Project 3. Now, that was extremely hard because with that, it's basically a combination of Project 1 and Project 2. When I did Project 1, it was, 2,000 words, and then it was 750 with citations included and everything else. So basically, my project, again, Project 3 was 2,000 words. But with that, you had to incorporate their values, their beliefs, their signatures, like signature style of exactly what they were trying to do. So basically, you are actually trying to persuade them this time. What we did, we basically used science of persuasion to try and persuade them that, or at least for my essay, I was trying to persuade that NIL was good for college. And I feel like I did a really good job on this essay. Starting, I think, like 3 days ago, I had a couple of mistakes. Honestly, who doesn't have mistakes, right? I used citations, but they were not found, and I was plagiarized for it. But we learned from those mistakes, and we are able to grow from that. Like, for example, in high school, well, obviously, I used to plagiarize a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but we need to grow up better. We need to learn not to do that anymore. Get a better grade on this. So, in conclusion, when y'all are writing your essays and doing all these projects, analyzing, working hard, studying really well is a great key factor in determining your grade. And I learned that a little late, so my grade's a little dropped, but it's fine. Also, I hope that college football playoffs, we win those. And I hope you have a good time at the game. And I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you.